Any other takeaways from the game yesterday that you they saw on film reviewing it the last day or so?
Kind of actually haven't watched it yet. I flipped the page, just getting on because we had it's kind of a tight week with the Sunday game and just want to move on to UCLA. But still a little bit on cloud nine. Thought we played really well.
Josh seemed to be the only guy that kind of didn't get in the game. Is he kind of out of the rotation now, or was it just more of a matchup against the Huskies?
You know what?
Yesterday?
I think a little bit. I'd say his role's been limited, but we can use him. We play bigger teams. Obviously UW's pretty big, but just think like Tony. We'll see where it's at. I mean, Tony's playing so well before he got hurt. I think he's different. He gives us a quick inside athlete, makes us quicker. So it's hard to get them all back. It's just going to jostle your lineup a little bit, and I think Marvin and Tony can help us with that quickness and trying to get those guys up and running. It's going to be important. We only have 2 days to really prepare for.
Do you think Tony will be able to have a bigger workload on Thursday?
I would think so. I just think it means we're better defensively. Actually, when he's playing at the 4 and then CJ's at the 3, and Jeff or Vova, we're actually defend better and rebound better. So we got to get back to playing that way. And we've been smaller, quicker since he's been out, as far as like playing 3 guards a lot. But I think we got to get back to that a little bit.
What do you see with this team that's happening on the road that maybe isn't happening at home that allows you guys to still some of these home wins?
We've been able to defend really well at home and playing with a sense of urgency. And some of it, I think, getting suffering our depth a little bit. You got to have a little more depth probably on the road, getting foul trouble. We ran into one buzzsaw. I mean, Stanford was, they just drilled us good. But some other ones I thought we compete well, and then we had moments where we just lapses that took tight games to extend it, and we kind of hung our head a little bit. So we just got to get mentally tougher, play better. I think we're comfortable in a spot where I can share some data with them on here's what we do on the road, and here's areas we got to get better at to give ourselves a chance.
Is there any one thing with the data that really sticks out that you can point to
the teams shoot like 60% from 2 on us and 38 from 3, so that's just you're not beating anyone doing that. And that's where there's about a 10% drop in defending the 3, home versus road, and about I think it was like 10% defending the 2. And we're not turning people over as much. So defensively, we just haven't been good at all. So we got to find a way to that's what I've said all year. We got to defend, rebound, take care of the ball. We haven't been able to defend well enough. And if you don't do that, you're not going to have a chance. But I think some of those are injured. Tried to play small the one weekend and didn't play Vova much, and probably regret that or do it again just to compete better on the glass.
Sounds like you guys also aren't getting to the free throw line quite as much on the road. Is it a lot tougher to get calls on the road sometimes than it is at home, do you think, or is it just a mindset?
Some people believe in that myth that maybe you get a little better whistle at home. But yeah, we got to get it right. Yeah, no. But I mean, whatever it is, I think most people shoot more free throws at home. But that's definitely an area that we gotta. We've been impatient though. We haven't given it a chance. I think we've been we get sped up a little bit on the road. I think we've brought some good efforts, but we've just been impatient and kind of ran into, like I said, the buzzsaw Stanford, and Colorado played pretty well, then just couldn't sustain it. We'll try. We got to make a better effort, get paint touches either with the pass or with the dribble.
UCLA obviously has a lot of momentum. It kind of looks like a different team than the team you guys saw last month. Can you talk about them and maybe their development? I know you probably haven't had a lot of time to study them yet.
Yeah, no, I think Coach Cronin read them the riot act right before they started playing well. I think they had a guy leave their program, and they're almost like they're probably, it's normal when you're trying to build a program or take over that, felt like they're probably playing 10, 11 guys, and they got it down to like 9, and some of the freshmen have grown up a little bit. And they're playing. They were playing real big early with Smith as their 3-man, and now they've just kind of gone Riley and Hill at the 5 and Smith at the 4, and Jaquez got more of a role, and he's come on. So I think they've just kind of. And Tiger Campbell at point guard, he had an ACL last year, so he's probably getting stronger and healthier. So I just think they're kind of maturing, and been really good defensively. So it'll be a good contest. They had a really good win Saturday.
Took most of mine. So, With the invite to the CBI tournament, has that boosted morale at all? Has it got the players hyped? Or you guys?
I haven't shared it with them. I want to
Really?
make sure. I mean, it's a little premature that you want to have a winning record going in that thing or whatever if you're playing postseason. So it's you know what? It's just they'll probably take us either way. I know if we but I want to just kind of concentrate that. So I made it a big deal. It'd be nice for our program to play postseason. There's some other tournaments that we'd like to play in. So no offense, CBI, but that'd be good for us if we can. We're still building towards that, and kind of share that with them now. But maybe they're watching this, so or listen to this, they'll know.
Hey, Colton, go ahead.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
With CJ's award, do you guys do anything special for stuff like that?
Which award?
The weekly award for CJ?
It's the first I heard of it that he won it. It goes like that. No, it goes like this. We go, hey, great win, team effort. CJ was player of the week. Give it up, and everyone claps. But no, nothing special, nothing more than that than getting a little round up, and that's great that he did. I think that's the second time he's gotten it, well deserved. He played great.
And you talked about some of the variations on the road. Can you attribute maybe some of that to youth, perhaps comfortability, new team?
Absolutely, both things. Noah filed out in 6 minutes at Utah. He's been really important for us, I think we would have had a much better chance to compete in that game if he stayed in that game. I think we needed him to guard. Point guard hurt us, and Gervais just didn't have enough. We didn't have enough depth on the perimeter, so that was a youthful indiscretion, I'd say, and then just new guys too, just new team. So hopefully we've played 4 of them, and we got a lot coming up. So hopefully we're more comfortable and compete better.
Is there an aspect of the team you think's grown most since game 1? Maybe belief or just kind of adjusting to the system?
Noah. Did you say one player?
Or no, just maybe even a team-wide aspect. If
Oh.
there's something that kind of seen all the guys sharing, maybe in their just belief.
Yeah.
I know you guys have only 3 guys at one point.
Yeah, no. I just think the guys that are from the area, the Northwest, I think they've all grown together. I think everyone has a little pride in our program, but just obviously you saw it last game. They really they want to prove that they're good players and take pride in the program. So I think that element of our team I think has grown a lot. That they're just taking pride and being competitive and having opportunities to win games that they've kind of smelled the finish line at home and been able to close some people out.
You've been here for about 10 months now, so when I say welcome to Pullman moment, does that bring anything to mind?
Not really. I try to think. Welcome to Pullman's when you're driving down from Spokane, and it looks like you're on the moon. At some point, headed to Pullman, I should say. But no, I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, other than that September snow. We had a September snowfall.
What's been most rewarding, though, so far? I know you got a few games so far. Most rewarding and most challenging so far about coaching here?
Oh, the most rewarding is just the relationships that we've built with these guys in such a short period of time. I think they're a pretty tight-knit group. I feel comfortable with all of them, and the more comfortable I feel, the more relaxed our atmosphere can be at practice and stuff. So that's something I think we can just build on from there, and I think we turned the corner there. And then obviously I think the most challenging thing, I think every coach that's ever been here, just getting places is a challenge. Getting here and going recruiting and getting people here, that's the challenge. And I think it's also your strength is your weakness, and I think the sense that's why you can build tight-knit relationships, because we're all on the same team, we're all in the same town, and it's all about the Cougs.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Alrighty.
Just a couple of questions from Evergreen. Marvin didn't play in that first game against UCLA. What do you think his role might be as you work him back into the fold?
He gives us that athlete, and I think he's coming along. And maybe it's because of the zone. We've been able to shorten the rotation at home and played well. We won those games, so I just think he gets back to getting our quickness and our depth, and hopefully he just getting more comfortable out there.
And then Chris Smith for UCLA had a pretty big game last game. Have there been any adjustments you're looking at, or not to go into the details of it?
I mean, just they don't make it real sophisticated. He kind of they ISO him a lot, and he's got a good advantage on most players he's playing against. Especially they made him. I think at the 3, it's a little harder when they had the 2 bigs in there. And now that, like I said, they made that adjustment where he's pretty much their power forward, and he's a really tough cover. So I think it's more looking at different guys to guard him as opposed to give him different looks with maybe smaller, quicker guys and maybe some big guys depending on how it's going. And it's hard to bring help because then if you're bringing help, they turn them loose on the glass. So we got our hands full. We got to do a better job on them this time to have a chance.
What were some of the takeaways from the first matchups from the LA schools that you can take on the road with you?
It's a great question. They're strong and physical. That seems like a long time ago, actually. Yeah, we'll see. We gotta see if we'll be able to play bigger. I think Bo was better and more confident. He has more confidence. I have more confidence in him, and hopefully we can combat some of their size.
Do you think going through the Pac-12 for the first half has influenced or changed the way we go into games? You see, like you said in the end of that UW game, like you've got a lottery pick power forward basically on every team. Yeah. You think it's changed the way you've built the lineup or done the rotation a little, or?
Yeah, a little bit. I just think, like I said, we've been pretty good with DJ in the game for whatever reasons, and I think because he's steady and guards well, and he got 7 rebounds last game, and like I said, like just seeing the side, like Vova helps against these bigger teams. We've been able to defend well and rebound well, and he's still not a confident offensive player out there yet. But that'll come with repetition, and he's just got to build his confidence. We got to build his confidence. But it's been good that like Jeff we're just leaving him out there too long on 30 minutes and battling Onyeka and whatever. He didn't get that one, but any of them. They did a great job, like Cody Riley and Jalen Hill. But that's not sustainable he's not superhuman.
And then lastly, what are your expectations for Pauley Pavilion, the atmosphere going to these LA schools?
Try to compete and get a chance to win. I hadn't thought about it, but now I do. That's pretty cool. Go play in Pauley. I think I've coached there. I think it was my only year I've only been there as a graduate manager at the University of San Diego. So I didn't even travel. So I was in the stands. True story. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Have you heard about Isaac's involvement with the local AAU team? He posted the picture, obviously, after the games Sunday.
I didn't hear about it till in the locker room. He was checking to make sure he could make the game time. So I was pretty impressed that it's neat. He did it on his own. He wasn't, volunteering his time, I assume. I don't think he's getting paid a lot. 0, I hope, on the NCAA. But that's a testament to kind of the people we have on the team. And I know my wife caught it. So whenever she's on Twitter, I'm not. That's where I get my information is through my wife. And there were some of her friends that commented on what a neat deal. And again, that's kind of what Pullman's about. I think that's one of the gals or one of the moms said, like, this is why we live in Pullman. After they just watched him play a game, then he's out there coaching a 13-year-old team. It's great.
Do you think that also says something about Isaac that maybe you didn't know about it because he's probably not trying to make it a huge deal and not making it about himself?
Isaac is he's not an attention seeker despite his hairdo. I mean that he really is kind of laid back guy that just goes about his business and works hard, whereas Noah's not. Noah's definitely an attention seeker or whatever. That's fine. He's kind of our peacock, but Isaac's definitely a good person, and it's neat that he was doing that. I had no idea.
Does he seem like someone who could be a coach someday at whatever level, or just involved in coaching?
He'll play as long as he can. Yeah, I'm sure he could, but I think he's a basketball guy. That's the rule. If you're a basketball guy, you play as long as you can, and then then you get to coaching. But certainly, he's really grown a lot, and he studies the game, and so excited about him.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, great.